SHARIFAH MALABANAN from Lemery, Batangas. I love watching movies and TV shows. I'd say my favorite film of all time is the Harry Potter films. I'm a huge Potterhead, and I also love food and enjoy eating. I even enjoy watching mukbangs, like I'd spend hours late at night watching people eat as it's still satisfying for me. I'm also a former OFW, and it's something that I'm really proud of. OFWs are honorable and they are modern heroes, and that experience is something that I hold close to my heart. The past 2 years of my life during the pandemic is a struggle. I moved to Dubai when the pandemic started, and then I moved back here, and the situation is still the same. But for me, I've learned that in the past 2 years, I've learned more about myself and know that I'm stronger than what I thought I was, and I am a resilient woman. And I've overcome all these phases, and now I joined Miss Universe Philippines once more. I believe that our president should be has a good credentials, because their credentials is just reflects their achievements in life, and it reflects their dedication and motivation that they can achieve anything. Their credentials speaks for themselves, and that it shows that they can handle our country and their people. Our town, Lemery, Batangas, is a beautiful town. We have a lot of destinations in here. We have the fantasy world. We also have beaches, and I want the world to know that our town is not just a small progressive town, but it's a town full of people that is talented, that is showcasing of their intellect, and that I believe that I am a good representation of what Lemery has. Thank you.
Mabuhay! I'm Anjanette Cordero Hapor, 26, Miss Universe Philippines Lucena. Some people think I look American, but I'm actually a mix of different races. My dad is Filipino, while my mom has Indonesian, Indian, and Chinese blood. I graduated with a degree of BS Mass Communication, magna cum laude. I'm a singer and a TV host. When I was 12, I joined a singing competition on TV called Little Big Superstar, which paved the way to my singing career. As the eldest child, I always try to help my family in any way that I can. That's why I'm very passionate about discovering my other potentials and evolving to a higher version of myself. Life for me now has been great. I'm happy that I was able to keep my gratitude even in those trying times. It was not easy, but now I was able to overcome it because of my faith and because of my strength. I am now here right in front of you, and I am hoping to win the Miss Universe crown. The qualities I look for in a president is someone who is honest. There have been so many past administrations, but I want someone who can really make a difference. I believe the Filipinos deserve better. We deserve more. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, the most beautiful and unique thing about my hometown is the people. We have very creative and talented people here in Lucena that I acknowledge to be world-class. We have designers, we have performers, one of which is me, who have represented our city. That's why I'm very proud of our city, very proud of Lucena City.
Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Georgia Felix, and I'm proudly representing MAKATI, Pampanga. Maya Paldo, or good afternoon everyone. So something that you might not know about me is that I was a first student when I was studying for my degree in BS Forensic Science. I was working in a clothing store as a cashier and a customer service representative. When I graduated, I worked in a restaurant for about a year. When I finally decided to start my career job, and I was training as a police detective before I came home. And something that you might not know about me is I actually love going to the beach, but I cannot swim. It's something that life for me now is quite challenging, because before I left abroad to come here, I really wanted to do pageantry, and then the pandemic struck. So for 2 years, I was left with nothing to do and no job. But now that I'm doing Miss Universe Philippines, I'm finally fulfilling my dream, and I'm finally getting to do what I've always wanted to do. Qualities I would look for is someone who is honest and someone who is there to represent the people, because we live in a country that is a democracy, so it's always the people that should go first and what the people need and want. A uniquely beautiful place in my town of Makabebe is actually Consuelo. It is the only beach that we have here in Pampanga, and I'm so proud that we have it because we live very close to Manila Bay. It's something that's of a hidden gem and not a lot of people know about it. So I'm so proud of it, and I really want to showcase it to the world, or to the universe rather.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Marquez D. I'm 26 years old and I'm representing the beautiful city of Makati. So some fun facts about me: I am an actress, a beauty queen, and an entrepreneur. I did grow up on a ranch, and that's really where I found my love for nature, animals, and adrenaline-filled activities. I remember when I was 8 years old, I actually broke my arm for driving too fast, but that never stopped me there. I also have this thirst for knowledge, and despite graduating with a degree in psychology at DLSU, I also finished while simultaneously shooting for a teleserye, and since then I've been quietly working on my new NFT-based tech. Life has been so interesting. Of course, the pandemic took me on a wild roller coaster ride of experiences. I was able to really realize so much about myself and give time to other passions of my life. And I see things as a blessing or lesson at all times, and it was such a blessing because without the pandemic, I wouldn't be able to focus on those different avenues of my life that I've now found so much passion in. Well, the Philippines in general has so much resources to offer. The Filipinos have so much resilience and tenacity, and the kind of leader that I want for our country is somebody that can really empower all of us as a whole, of course with a unified effort, somebody that doesn't put greed at the forefront and really acts as a servant to the people and not the people to be of service for the leader. Well, ever since I moved back here to the Philippines, I've only ever lived in Makati. And I really credit the way that I think because I've only ever lived in the city here. We're so tenacious, we're so ambitious, and just the quality of life here is something that I would love for my kids and the future generations to experience as well. I know that we don't have beaches here, but it's the mentality that we all have that really brings us all together, and the heritage that we have as well.
I am Abigail Contreras Maclang. I'm 32 years old from the city of Malolos, Bulacan. I am a licensed professional teacher who handled classes both in junior and senior high school for 2 years. And up until right now, I'm still very thankful for all the organizations that helped me a lot in discovering my love for public speaking and conversations that matter. I became a part of a debate organization and student publication, and I make sure that I give back by training new roster of students who are more than ready to take on to that challenge. And currently, I'm engaged in public service.
So Abigail, it's been 2 years since the pandemic. What is life for you now?
I think people really learn a lot from their experiences, and I think because of the pandemic and how heavy the challenges were, we're really taught how to be more creative, stronger, and so much closer to one another than ever. And I think with all of those aspects, we're now more than ready, and we embrace each opportunities with open arms because we know that uncertainty is always around us because that's what the pandemic taught us, and we always value the people who matter and the things that matter. There's a lot of qualities that the highest position in the Philippines requires, but I would love to highlight 2 of the most important things: a strong vision for the country and sense of accountability. Filipinos deserve so much, and we're looking for someone who can step up and do things that actually work on a long-term basis. We're also looking for someone who is very much accountable for all of his or her actions, both in the present and in the past. And in the combination of those 2, we can have a stronger leader for a stronger nation. Wow, there's a lot of things that I'm actually proud of here in the Renaissance city of Malolos, but I would love to focus more on the people and its culture. Here, we cultivate and nourish the marriage of the new and the old, and we always incorporate our old customs to our new ideas, and we forward that to welcome people with the warmest smiles and make them feel that here they're not just a guest, but more so a family.
Hi, I am Isabel de la Gruche. I am 22 years old. I am an AP Political Science student. I am the eldest of 6. I am a lawless girl, and this is my very first national pageant. I love eating toyong. I love posting random contents on my social media, and whenever I am having a hard time sleeping, I just imagine myself that I am in a zombie apocalypse. Life has been so hard, especially that I am an online learner. But despite that, I have learned to value time, especially spending time with my loved ones. And that is the greatest positive thing that the pandemic is giving me, to spend more time with my family. Thank you. I am looking for someone who is honest, reliable, God-fearing, because when you are a God-fearing person, everything will follow. Like you don't want to have corruption existing in our government. Thank you. Mandawi City is not a tourist destination. We don't have a lot of good beaches here, or we don't have a beach here because it is an industrial city. But what we can offer is we have a very good food. We have a lot of delicacies, and one of which is masarial and bibingka, which is a steamed rice cake, which is very good for breakfast. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Annabelle, 21, from MISAMIS Oriental. And at the age of 15, I became my own lawyer to fight for my own rights as a child. And I've also sold barbecue and bread to get by, and it would have been easier to let my life go up into flames, but instead I've used the heat of those adversities to transform myself into the woman that I am today. I'm now a full academic scholar at the Del Salle College of St. Camille, counselor in diplomatic affairs, and I've also let pageantry and its possibilities light the way forward. Even before the pandemic started, life used to be this arid desert of impossibilities. However, I've learned that as long as you believe in yourself and know that the unshed tears that you have said in your prayers can actually light the way forwards and also become the rain that it needs to foster my life now into the Eden that it is. The qualities I look for in a president would first and foremost be compassion for his or her people. And secondly, it would have to be integrity. When you have compassion for your people, you can never go wrong. And when you have the integrity, the moral backbone, and the honesty to do what needs to be done in the right way, you can be the president of the Philippines. MISAMIS Oriental, being the land of golden coconuts, is rich in agriculture and culture itself. I would bring you to Mount Palindawat of Naawan MISAMIS Oriental, since it's the ancestral domain of the Higaonon community. And I've had the privilege myself to be with them, experience their culture for myself, and partake in their rituals and ceremonies. And it would be an enlightening experience for all of you to be there, considering that you not only become a sustainable tourist yourself, but become an advocate for them.
So I'll start with introducing myself. I am Mario Cristal Antibo, 23 years old, representing Negros Occidental. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in English, communication major in one of the colleges in Negros Occidental. I also am an only child. When my mother and father separated, my mother decided to get back in Negros Occidental. And I've seen how hard it was for her to raise me. And with that, when I was in college, I had 2 jobs to support my studies. I really am proud of myself for that. Life for me is much better than the last time, although I really am so grateful that I still had my job during the pandemic. But to think that I had a COVID positive back then. I had depression also last year, especially. It was so much better for now. I really thank God for that one. Qualities that I look for in a president is honesty and compassion. He or she have those 2 qualities for me so that they could help other people, especially those who are in poverty lines or the underprivileged. I'm sorry, sir?
What is a uniquely beautiful place or thing about your hometown that you want to tell people about?
Oh, uniquely beautiful in my hometown. Oh, in my hometown. Of course, it is. We are contributing more than 50% of the sugar industry in the Philippines, and we are contributing it also to outside the Philippines. And I really am proud of that one.
Maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. I am Marilit Katipunan Iligan, 21, representing Negros Oriental. I am currently a senior student, taking up BSBA major in operations management, and where I was able to be a varsity player in my university. Aside from being a student, I am also a self-driven entrepreneur, where I manage my dream physical store come true. I am the youngest among the Tres Marias, and I can say that I got my pageant girl self from my elder sister. I am the type of a person who is very enthusiastic and outgoing, especially when it comes to nature and the things that I am passionate about. And lastly, I am a true believer. It's been 2 years and life was not easy, like the lockdowns and all, and I was balancing between my academics and business. My life for me now as a business owner has been very fulfilling, knowing that I have been customers coming in, supporting my small business, and also seeing the hope that we are currently doing now. For example, this beauty pageant. I can see that life now has more hope, and we are able to do the things that we want. The qualities that I look forward for in a president, aside from being a good leader, he or she must be selfless and who prioritizes the welfare and well-being of his or her people. So I think the good president must be able to fulfill his duties and also be a good example to everyone. What I've noticed in my hometown, is that Negrenses are very kulihan, or in English, very hardworking. So that quality is very unique in our province, since we are able to look forward into things where we can be able to express our passion, to fulfill our talents. And we are very kulihan, and that, I believe, what makes us unique.
Hi, Sir Walter. Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Suwon Mendiola, 23, representing Northern Samar. One thing you should know about me is I love numbers. I'm a finance corporate analyst and a civil engineer as well. I'm also a sports fan. I love to watch motorsports racing and basketball. And personally, I also play volleyball, Muay Thai, and boxing to de-stress. This is actually my first time joining any pageant competition, just fresh from graduating in UP Diliman last year. So yes, I'm a versatile woman embracing new experiences and new opportunities as well. So though I am new, I can definitely offer a new perspective to this, and will just show you all my best self by just being me. My life now since the pandemic helped me to change my perspective. So I learned the value of relationships, valuing the people that we love, because I know that a lot has lost their loved ones. So what I'm doing now is I'm just really valuing the relationships that I have and continuing to maintain them in the best way that I can. The qualities that I look for in the president are just 3 things. First is accountability, that would forward the best interests of his or her people. Second is empathy, someone that would understand what the people needs and act with kindness towards it. And lastly, competence, someone that is strategic, that can move and lead this country towards the struggle that we are now facing. A uniquely beautiful thing about my hometown is, of course, its people. The people there are warm and would welcome you anytime, anywhere, wherever you want to be. They always put a smile on your face and would always make it a point to make you happy and feel the home of the Nortejanos in Northern Samar.
Hi everyone, I am Julian Catherine Rial de Mesa, 25 years old from the province of Makalabananan. I am an only child, and I believe I'm an introvert and an extrovert at the same time. I enjoy being alone, just lingering the quiet moments, and most of the time I'm just shy in the corner. But also, I'm a happy-go-lucky person where I need to get out of my shell every once in a while. And I enjoy meeting new people and hearing their stories. And also, I'm a pandemic baker. I've learned how to bake and love how to bake during the pandemic just by watching through online videos. So, thank you. Life for me now is very great. I'm very grateful with life right now. And with that, I've learned how to cherish life because through my own experience, my family has experienced consecutive death in the family, and I've learned how to cherish every moment and make a big deal out of every gatherings that we have been through all the time. So thank you. The qualities that I look forward in the president is someone who is transparent, who is able to listen and has the compassion to listen to the people. Because since we are living in a tough time right now, we need someone who's compassionate to listen to the people of the Philippines, which is also needed. Thank you. Uniquely beautiful place in my town would be the first Nueva Vizcaya paragliding, wherein people get to soar and experience beautiful things in life, and not just people with depression that even faced it, and they have been through uphill in the. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am Angelica Lopez, 21, from the beautiful province of Palawan. I am currently taking up Bachelor of Science in Psychology at Palawan State University, and I have actually chosen this course because I want to help people with mental health issues, and I want to understand people deeply. And moreover, of course, during my free time, I super love reading books, especially the inspirational ones. I love watching documentaries and singing. For those who don't know, my parents were both musicians. That's why I am musically inclined, and I have inherited their skills, especially in singing and playing instruments such as guitar. For me, life right now is much more adaptable because that's one of the qualities that we have as Filipinos. We are adaptable to changes that are happening around us. And with the pandemic that has happened just 2 years ago, we learned how to be resilient in everything because we have a family to support. And of course, we have dreams that we need to work on. And that's what I'm really proud as a Filipino. And I look for a person who is transparent with his actions, who has proven in the community that his actions have greatly impacted other people. You know, he is sensitive, compassionate, and he truly shows how much he loves other people in his community. And you know what? I believe that that's one thing that we should always look for a president. Someone who is more compassionate, someone who understands the needs of the people around them. That would be our geographical location because there's a lot of beautiful places there. The islands, you know, the crystal clear water, the beautiful trees that we have. But more than that, I would say, of course, the heart of the people. Because with the challenges that we have faced, we learned how to strive through it. And of course, if you know that the Bagyong Odette has greatly impacted Palawan, but I have seen the resiliency.
Santos si Agod, si Kayon Amin. I am Ivy Purpose Barbon, 22, from the province of Pangasinan. I am a product of a broken family, and growing up, I have lived independently. I got bullied because of my skin color and my appearance, but that doesn't stop me from achieving my dreams. I have earned my degree in tourism management in 2019, and now I am a fur mom wherein I have 2 fur babies. Fun fact about my name is that Ivy came from the phrase "I love you," so whenever you're calling me name, it's like telling me that you love me. Life is very unpredictable, but that doesn't mean that we should give up in achieving our dreams and that our dreams are just on pause. And now we are on the alert level stage 1 of conquering and battling the pandemic. So we should always have hope in our life that we will be able to continue the dreams. I always look for the qualities of a president, that he or she is accountable, and that he has big plans for a country, our Philippines, and of course, a leader who will lead us to our right path and will have improvement in our country. Definitely my Manawa, which is Our Lady of Basilica of Manaoag Church. It is one of the oldest church and miraculous church. So definitely if you have time to visit it because you will never go wrong and you will enjoy your stay and visit in my province.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I am CELESTE representing PASAY. If there is something that people don't know about me, is that I really love eating. I'm very adventurous when it comes to food. I like to try, I like to explore new things. I even tried balut here in the Philippines, and surprisingly, I liked it very much. I'm also a chocoholic, meaning I just need that piece of chocolate every time after every meal, or else my day wouldn't be complete. Among the things I really like to do, I like doing CrossFit. I work out almost every day, and I also like meditating. I take at least 15 minutes a day for me to just stay by myself with my thoughts and to just release all the stress that I have. Well, because of the pandemic, actually, I wasn't able to see my family anymore. So now the only thing that I really think about is the fact that I miss them so much and I just want to visit my mother. However, during the pandemic, I was also able to find a new passion, which is in real estate. And I'm very proud of it. I think that it was a very hard time for everyone, but we were able to rise from the occasion and find new passions and a new purpose. The qualities that I look for in a president is someone that, first of all, is committed into leading the country in the best way he can. Someone that is aware of the history of the Filipino people and know what to do about that. And someone that is always open to ideas. Someone that can listen to the people and find solutions for the country. I would say Mo Arena. I think it's the best place in Manila, and we even hosted Miss Universe in 2016. So I think that really showed that Filipino people really have a great talent. And Mo Arena is the place where we hosted a lot of concerts, and if I were to talk to someone from another country, I would definitely invite him to go to Mo Arena and watch the Miss Universe Philippines 2022.
Hi, hello everyone. I am Grace Nicole Destura from the hidden paradise of Quezon Province. I love to do a lot of things simultaneously, and I don't give up until I reach my dreams and goals in life. I do performing arts and theater, and I love at our university school publication, The Luzonian. And I was born 2000, which my grandparents called me the Millennium Baby. And that means that the last two numbers of the year is my age. And I am a Capricorn, which means that I hustle and I don't mind. Since the pandemic, life has challenged me to be stronger and to value my time with my family. And this is something that I will always be grateful for, because even in the pandemic, some beautiful things may also happen. And that is spending more time with my family, even in the pandemic. Thank you. For me, the qualities that I look for in a president is someone who has integrity, someone who acts with honesty, and someone who is competent. That will bring our country back to its track and to be globally competitive. And that is the qualities that I look for in a president. Thank you. Well, Quezon Province is the hidden core of paradise. And I want the universe to see the pulong pasig of Calawag, Quezon, which my grandfather grew up on. It is unique and it's hidden, and it's a fresh experience to tourists. And this is something that I would offer to the universe.
Hi, I'm SOPHIA Veronica Torres. I'm 18, representing Rizal. And to get to know me a little more, I actually grew up prioritizing and giving huge importance to my learning. This paved the way for my academic excellence, but besides that, I ended up loving research and trying new things. I can say that now I have so many wonderful experiences. I've tried drawing, playing sports, reading, singing, dancing, playing instruments even, and I really love business and food. So both cooking and of course eating. So if there's something you should know about me, it's that I'm continuously growing and I'd love to grow with the people around me. Life for me now is really a journey, and it's really just continuously trying to learn new things, adapt, and also socialize and get to know more people and learn how to help the people around me. The qualities I look for in a president would of course be their sincerity and their ability to lead and communicate and relate to the people. I believe that the most unique and beautiful thing about my town, Rizal, would be the people and their creativity. So it's really the fashion, the art, and everything about that. And I feel like being the cradle of Philippine art, we would really see that that is something to be proud of.
Hi, I'm Francesca Alexine Licanto da Devas, but you can just call me Pupa. I'm 22 from the seafood capital of the Philippines, Roja City. I'm a jack of all trades, but I master none. When I'm in the mood, I like to compose music, I like to write songs. I also paint sometimes, but in my free time, because I'm super competitive, I pour that out in video games. I like to play video games. Life has been actually hard. The 2 years of pandemic, I have been experiencing depression for the past year. But right now, I'm actually healing. This is a great opportunity for me to actually heal and put myself out there. Two qualities that would be to be competent and compassion. Competent for them to do the work, and compassion because they have to have the human heart. I want to tell people about our beach. It's called Bye Bye. That's in Roja City. That's where our fish are from. We are the seafood capital of the Philippines, so our fish and our prawns, our crabs are always prime.
I'm Danny Camcam, representing San Juan City for this year's Miss Universe Philippines. Hi everyone, I'm Danny Camcam. I'm 24 years old and I'm from San Juan City. I'm Filipino-American, but I was born and bred in Manila. I graduated from De La Salle University, where I was a consistent Dean's Lister and graduated with a degree in psychology. Something that I'm most proud about is that I'm actually in the process of becoming a published academic author. But my big dream is to be a farmer. But when I don't have my Farmer Dan hat on, I love spending time with my family. We are a very, very tight-knit family. We still do family game nights and Sunday evening dinners. Well, life for me now has been going back to normal wonderfully, and actually during the pandemic, I learned so much. I had to face my issues head-on, which was insecurity in my case, and something I would do to kind of battle it is I would constantly tell myself, you are loved, you are light, and sometimes even with tears streaming down my face, I would tell myself, you are loved, you are light, and I'm so happy to say I come to you today as somebody who truly does believe she emanates love and light. I believe somebody who leads our nation, number one, needs to be well educated and needs to be able to impart a lot of wisdom. Number two should be somebody who has a great track record with helping the people. And number three, I believe that our next leader should be somebody who really does have a heart for others. Something uniquely beautiful about San Juan City, which is not really known, is El Deposito. It is a water reservoir that used to provide water for the entire metro and neighboring provinces. And it is where the first cry of independence, when we had our first cry of independence, they tried to infiltrate El Deposito, but sadly did not, but it is very important in our history.
Hi, I am SHAIRA ALIYAH DIAZ, 21 years old, born and raised in San Pablo City, Laguna. I am a pre-law student and I have my own clothing business wherein I sell, manufacture, and design my own clothing collection. In fact, I am wearing one of it today. I am a laid-back person who loves making poetries and making videos for TikToks. And through my words and through my videos, I make my life as an open book that I can actively share to people who are looking for inspiration. Because I know that just like me, each and every one of us are still yet to be the best versions of ourselves. Thank you very much. Honestly, the pandemic has taken a toll on me mentally. Before I joined Miss Universe Philippines pageant, I was not at my best state. In fact, I was having consultations with my own psychiatrist because of my PTSD. But then, it didn't stop me from joining this prestigious pageant. And look at me now, standing in front of all of you today and speaking in front of all of you today. Life now has been better, and I can say that I am now much better, and I am now fearless as ever. Thank you very much. The quality that I look for in a present is honesty. because I believe that a lot of people can campaign for themselves and a lot of people can actually get people to vote for them. But then if you are not honest enough, then how could you lead the country that is actually just at the bottom and not at the pinnacle of success at the moment? I believe a president should be honest so that the constituents of him or her should also follow. Thank you very much. One uniquely beautiful thing about my hometown that I want to tell people about is the fact that every San Pableños are creative and every San Pableños has a story to tell. And if you talk to each and every one of us, you can always get learning from them. And I believe that's the most important thing to visit or to go to. When you share and talk to people about them and go to their places, I believe their culture and everything, their experiences are the most important thing that you can learn from them. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon. I am Carmela Dayan Doma from Sorsogon. I am an agrarian reform program technologist from TORRES Sorsogon. I am also a tutor, an event host, a community facilitator, and a farmer. I love poetry and I also love reading novels. I am a very strong and independent person because despite the poverty, despite growing up as an orphan, I was able to pursue college all of my own and graduate as a magna cum laude. I am a product of my own hard work and determination. Since the pandemic, I have been very active. I was a quarantine facility staff and I worked in these 2 years inside the quarantine facility. Afterwards, I've been out in the community, reaching out to people. And with that, I think within these 2 years, I have been a very active person, engaging in my community because I have no one in life, so I'm sharing everything that I have to my community, my friends, and my family. Well, I believe that the president should have accountability, discipline, and transparency because the president of the Philippines is the highest person in our country. He is a person that everyone will look up to, and he should have this integrity, these qualities, because he will define, or she will define what our country will become in the future. Well, my hometown is uniquely beautiful because it is very diverse. It is very serene. We have the saying, when the birds are green, when the fields are green, when the fields are green and the grains are golden, when the birds fly high and the village prosper. In Bicol, that is Kasangayahan. Sorsogon is uniquely beautiful because it is a land of peace and prosperity.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Mary Don Molina Guerra. I'm 26, and I am representing the multicultural province of Sultan Kudarat. I stand 5 feet and 5 inches tall, and I am a licensed professional teacher. The pandemic has been with us for like 2 years, and it really affected us negatively, but we are on our phase now that we are currently adjusting. We are swimming into the new generation of the world, and yeah, we are adjusting, and that's good. I'm looking for a president that is firm with his or her decisions, a president that can relate to the people, and of course, a president that has a heart, not just intelligent, but someone who can relate and has a heart. Okay, so the uniquely beautiful place of my hometown in our province is that we are composed of the tri-people, the Christians, the Muslims, and the Lumas, and we are living harmoniously, and that's what makes us unique.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maria Catrina Legado, 24 years old from my provincialidad, Taguig City. Currently, I'm juggling my work as an actress, model, entrepreneur, and also an ambassador of the city of Taguig. Fun fact that I want to share with everyone, as an unika iha and bunso in the family, I have slept in my parents' room for 23 years. That is how much I love them. And of course, I am so scared of being alone. But during the pandemic, I finally moved to my room, but I still kept that little girl inside of me because I only sleep with lights on. You know, Voltaire, the pandemic really challenged me. Of course, being in the industry of show business, everything stopped. But I took this as a challenge and motivation, and now we're facing a new normal, and I'm ready to face the next journey for me. So I'm pretty much excited with everything that's next for me. What I look for a president is someone who puts his or herself in the shoes of the Filipino people. You know, Voltaire, we have a lot of struggles, especially during the pandemic, and the Filipino people deserves the best. So I believe the next leader that's coming May 9 should be the leader who is empathetic. You know, Voltaire, Taguig City is a provinciadad. So I want to highlight that to everyone who doesn't know that BGC also has a rural area where we always showcase BGC. But from where I am, from my barangay, we have a lot of places to offer, not just BGC. So you guys should travel to my barangay.
Mayong adlaw sa inyo tanan. Good day, everyone. I am Shane Bison. You can call me Shane, and I am 21 years old, representing the sweet green city of Victorias. I grew up in an incomplete family, but it didn't hinder me from reaching my dreams in life. I'm an online seller, and specifically, I sell thrift clothes like jeans, trousers, shorts, and jackets. And actually, some of my clothes are from Bukayupay as well. I really love eating spicy food, and I am a future educator. Okay, experiencing 2 years of pandemic has never been easy. But now, life has given me this courage to take another step, that even that we experience that kind of pandemic, we are really resilient and we are ready to take a very good step for us to be better and to be strong on our dreams in life. Okay, I have 3 qualities that I look for our future president. That is compassion, authenticity, and being able to listen to people. Authenticity, that he or she is true when facing people. Being able to listen to people in times of problems so that he or she can address it properly. And compassion, that he or she must love not only his or her position, but the humanity as well. Okay, so if I would have the opportunity to tell one person or the people to go here in our place that is uniquely beautiful, it would be our Gawakan Eco Park. It is a waterfalls, and it has also a cottages and a swimming pool. It is a seventh falls rather, and going there you can really relax. You can really calm your mind and all the problems that you are experiencing in this time.